Hello, my name is Maya. Growing up, my father Damien was always cold and harsh. The only thing he ever said to me was a sentence that deeply hurt my heart. You are not one of us. I was young back then, and I didn't fully understand what he meant. But as years passed, those words echoed in my mind, growing into a wound that hurt more and more. I never felt love at home. Damien was a cold and ruthless man who didn't even show respect to my mother. While my siblings received affection, I always felt invisible. My mother would cry every night, but nothing changed. I stayed silent because speaking up only made things worse. Life at school was tough too. While my friends talked about their families, I always felt something missing. I couldn't share my pain with anyone. When people asked, "What's your family like?" I just smiled and kept my struggles to myself. One night, when no one was home, I sneaked into my father's room. I found an old box containing a worn-out diary. With trembling hands, I opened its pages. Every line dragged me deeper into my father's dark world. The diary revealed how he belittled me and my mother, and how he had lived a life full of lies for years. But the biggest shock was hidden among the pages. The paternity test results. Damien, you are not my father. I read that sentence over and over. At first, I didn't want to believe it. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe the test was fake. But no, it was real. Damien was not the man I thought he was. My whole world collapsed at that moment. The burden I had carried for years wasn't mine to bear. I had been deceived, and my life was filled with lies. The next day, I was filled with fear and anger. Even my siblings didn't know what had happened. But I couldn't stay silent anymore. I had to stop the lies. I arranged a family meeting. Everyone was there, including Damien. I put the paternity test on the table and looked him in the eyes as I said, "I want everyone to know, you are not my father." The atmosphere changed instantly. Everyone froze. Damien's face was a mix of shock and anger. No one could speak. At that moment, I realized that nothing in that house would ever be the same again. Then Damien started yelling at me, advancing towards me. But I was no longer afraid. The pain and anger I had held inside finally exploded. I wasn't going to be crushed under his cold gaze anymore. But the story didn't end there. Damien had darkened my life for years, but I didn't give up. I took back the luxury car I had given him. That car was bought with my hard work, not with his lies. I also claimed what was rightfully mine in the house. I was no longer a slave. I was the owner of my life. My revenge wasn't just material. It was emotional too. I built a new life to overcome the pain, worthlessness, and hurt I had held inside for years. I never walked through that house's door again. I distanced myself from my siblings because I realized real family isn't about blood. It's about love and respect. At first, I was alone, but I grew stronger over time. Friends, my job, and my new life gave me hope. Instead of being crushed by Damien's lies, I chose to stand on my own 2 feet. For some, family is sacred, but for others, it's just a word. Sometimes, true revenge isn't fighting, it's walking away. It's removing those people from your life and finding your own value, because your worth doesn't depend on others' approval. This is my story, a journey from a dark past to a bright future. If you're going through similar pain, know that you are not alone. Your strength is inside you, and it's up to you to reach it.